Stefan, thank you very much for coming to Adelaide.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you for the invite.
The Real Estate Institute, there would have been about 400 or 500 people at our lunch, probably the biggest one we've had, and you were absolutely outstanding, my man.
It was packed. It was great crowd, great crowd.
Now I'm going to have a go at it. So Stefan Swanepoel, how'd I go?
That's pretty good. I think you've got it close.
Just a little bit of your history. Absolutely understand research. You're the guru of trends.
Ooh, big word.
You are. So just tell us why you got into it and what you actually do. What are you looking for?
You know, I started off trying to find information which I could use for a strategic plan that I was writing, and I couldn't find a lot of stuff about real estate. Information about our industry is pretty scarce. So about 20 years ago, I started researching the industry and sort of making a note internally for my company. And of course, I shared it with somebody, which I shouldn't have done, and it got out. And cut a long story short, 19 reports and 19 books later, I'm now doing research for the entire industry every year, every 12 months. It's a passion. I mean, I love it, but it has absolutely become this huge undertaking. And every year we publish this 180-page report about what's happening, what happened the last couple of months, and what should we look at for the future.
Yeah, it's just amazing. Now, you broke it down into 5 fairly succinct areas today. I just want to talk about, first of all, globalisation. Where do you see that? Where are we moving?
Yeah, a pretty sort of sexy buzzword these days. A lot of the big companies, especially American companies, so you have some of the American companies, but then you have companies on almost every continent. Like your company, Harcourt's a good example. You have leaders in America and Asia and Europe and Australasia, which all are expanding globally. And this is definitely, I mean, it's difficult. It's not easy to expand internationally. You've got to understand the different cultures and people and languages. But yeah, Harcourt's is definitely among one of the best in the world, leading the way.
What do we have to watch for? So, you know, Mike Green's had a passion to go into America. You know that
passion,
better than I do.
Passion, yeah, tell me about it.
What are we looking for? What should we be watching out for as we head over the border into America? It's
difficult. No, not just America, any market. Even if it's an American company coming to Australia or Australian company coming to America, every market's different. Every culture is unique, and we should never become arrogant. And we should never assume that we can just do what we've always done our way, and then we're going to sort of enforce it onto a different market or culture and think it's going to work. Growth is usually slower than what we think. It usually takes a longer time. So careful planning, which I think Mike and Paul have done very well. So careful planning, a good execution, finding the right people. Always important.
Absolutely.
Critical key. You go. I mean, Harcourt's is good at putting the right team together. You guys have a unique team concept, a team culture. There are not many companies which have that.
Use good to great, Stefan. So, you know, Mike's always drummed into us. Find the right people, then you'll find the right spot. Just to finish with, social media. Now, mate, you had this amount of information. Poor old Brocky couldn't keep up with it. Just break down to us what we need to do, or what would you be concentrating on if you're in the real estate game as far as social media goes?
Social media, definitely new, definitely confusing, definitely time-consuming. It is difficult to get your hands around, but it is such a rapid, fast-growing trend, even in real estate. There are increasingly large numbers of real estate professionals across the world and in America that are finding effective ways of talking to their clients, talking to their vendors, talking to their sellers, even recruiting agents from another company by using social media effectively. I would say to the Harcourt's agents, don't fear it. Don't run away from it. You don't necessarily have to be first. Boy, don't be last.
Don't be last, no.
Get involved. It is not as hard as you think it is. It is not expensive. It is time consuming.
Sure.
But spend some quality time to put quality information together. It is your name. It is the Harcourt's name. It's the Harcourt's brand that you're going to be sending out there. And if you don't put out a good quality professional image, you know, you might regret it in the future.
Absolutely.
So get the word out. Use the medium effectively while many other people are not doing it yet.
No, Stefan, you had on your slide 3 or 4 different mediums you'd use. Facebook was one.
Yeah, I think Facebook definitely, because of its size, you know, the latest numbers are 500 million. Now, whether we agree with that number or not, it's a big number. It's a lot. It's a lot. I would use Facebook just because of its size, its reach. I think Twitter, high profile. You know, you have your Prime Minister using it.
Sure.
So you got your Prime Minister, you got your movie stars, you've got real estate people talking about it as well. And then I would probably use YouTube. I think because video, like this video today, this discussion which we're having. Video seems to be entertaining to people. It's easy to watch. I can go on picking up my email. I can read a letter while I'm watching the video. So video is very effective. And the fact that YouTube is owned by Google means that your video could be indexed by the biggest search engine in the world.
Fantastic.
I'd probably use those 3.
Stefan, thank you so much for talking to us. Your passion and your enthusiasm, it just makes me jump, so I really enjoyed it. Love today. Thanks for visiting Adelaide. And
good luck, guys. Take care for Harcourts. Hope you all the best.
Shake my hand. We will catch up with you very soon.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you very much,
Take care.
Stefan.